What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Got part 2 going here of the video of the Road Glide Cicada install. Now, I got the whole bike done. It's been done for a little while, and I was waiting on the 10-inch Cicada kit, which I put out a video on. Did an unboxing and an install video on that, probably prematurely before, out of sequence anyway for these videos. But this is the second video, so I'm going to go over basically adding the 6x9s back in the bags and the process of cutting those in and getting those all set up ready for to be tuned. So this video basically is going to show the cut-in process and how I cut the 6x9s in, and that'll be the second video in this series of 3. The first video I did was just for the front speakers, for those of you who are just doing fairing only speakers. This video is just adding the 6x9, so it's just going to be a real quick video of cutting in the 6x9s. I just wanted to add a little something I've been thinking about. These videos, I'm just making these videos for people who are looking for information. It doesn't necessarily have to pertain to Cicada. That's my brand of preference. I've been using them for a while now, and it just works good for me. I'm happy with the product. A lot of people feel that there's something better out there, and for them maybe, it's always, it boils down to, this is the best. I've heard this is the best, until you hear something else. So in my opinion, the guys out there running the Hertz systems, they're like, oh man, this is the best thing, I put it in, it sounds great. Yeah, it sounds great until you pull up next to someone else, that has something a little better. And same goes for me with the Cicada stuff. I was just at the SOS show at Holding On Customs, and those bikes just, my bike doesn't hold a candle to that stuff. That stuff is just, outer space level stuff. This is just basically, my videos are for your average rider bike guys who want to just put a stereo in and not have to worry about competing or any of that stuff. Not that you can't compete with the Cicada stuff, but I'm just focused on rider bikes, and I'm gonna stick with that. I'll leave the the $100,000 bikes to these guys that they're doing it good. There's no point in me making videos on that stuff. They hold those secrets like they're guarding nuclear launch codes. So let me get started. I'll show you the videos I made of putting the 6x9s in. But one thing I'm going to show you real quick is I made a few changes on the bike that I didn't originally have in mind, but after riding it for a while, I didn't really like the CHX speakers. Not that they don't sound good. They sounded great, but I did a bike with these CMXs with the separate tweeter grill, and personally I just liked that setup better. I had issues with the horns shutting off. The Cicada sent me a new set of crossovers, and I put them in another bike, and they worked fine. There was no issues with the speakers themselves, but I ended up just putting in the separate CMX with the tweeter, and then I switched up and I put the SoundStream Reserve radio in. I just fell in love with the screen when I saw it. It's just, just a little something, an upgrade in my opinion. A lot of people like the GTS radio better. I could tell you one thing, when I put this radio in, to me it sounded like it cleaned up the sound a little bit on the bike. I had the GTS radio with the sounds flash, and it worked really good. I had no issues with it. I just, I'm putting I haven't really showed it yet, but I have another bike here. I got a 2015 Ultra that I made into a Street Glide, and I have the SoundStream radio in this full Cicada system. I'm gonna do a video on that later on, another day. But I'm putting the Diamond Audio radio in that because the Soundstream radio in that bike is extremely noisy. But anyway, I wanted to have both radios, you know, so if I'm making recommendations to people, it should be real world recommendations, not just, you know, I'm following someone else's opinion online and just repeating that, you know. I actually have the radio in the bike. I'm not ready to give a review on it yet because I have a few things that I want to work out. I'm having some issues with CarPlay turning off on me. Saturday, I went out and did a ride. I did 120 miles. So like the first 10 minutes into the ride, the CarPlay started disconnecting, the radio reset, and it reconnected. And after that, I didn't have a problem the rest of the day. So I don't really know what's going on with that. They're trying to say that it's a Apple issue, but I have CarPlay in that. I have wireless CarPlay in that. I have wireless CarPlay with the Soundstream radio. I've got another vehicle outside with wireless CarPlay that I drive every day, and I don't have that issue. So for me, if it's going to be an Apple issue, I think it would happen across the board with everything, but that's for another video. Let me get into these 6x9 cut-ins, and we'll go from there. Alright, so if you haven't watched any videos about lids being cut, I'm just going to do a real quick one here. There's a ton of them out there. So first step is to tape off your bag. You don't want to ruin your fancy nice paint. So you just get some blue painter's tape, basic painter's tape, put it on there just to cover the bag while you put the kit on here. I'm sorry, not the kit, the template. So we get the template on, get it screwed in place, and make sure it's nice and in place here. Put a couple screws in here. Then you're gonna drill holes, and then you're gonna follow the template and cut it out, and that's where your lid kit's gonna go. So I'm gonna get going on that. I'll make a couple videos along the way as I progress. All right, so I got the template screwed on, held in place. I got all my pilot holes drilled. Now I'm just gonna have to go around with the saw and just connect the dots here. So, all right, so I got this started. Basically what I'm doing is just connecting the dead dots, going around till it's all connected and this piece just falls out. So let me finish that up. So there it is. That's your hole for your 6x9. And just this pops in place here. I'm just gonna clean them edges up a little bit, but that's it. The other part goes in from the bottom and screws together, obviously after I remove the tape. And now we got a hole for a 6x9. I just got to do the same thing on the other side and get it wired up. All right, all finished. Got the tape removed. Got it all put on. That's what the finished product looks like. It's got 4 screws. There's 2 small ones and 2 long ones. So just make sure you pay attention. You don't want a screw sticking out of the top of your bag lid. That's it. On to the next one. Put the speakers in, wire it up, tune it, all that good stuff. But progress. All right, in case I missed anything on the last one, this is gonna be the same process. We covered the lid with blue tape in all the areas where the template's gonna be. Drill a pilot hole and put 2 screws in. I use the ones that were marked loudspeaker screws because I know the speakers that I'm putting in here, those aren't gonna be long enough, so I just utilize them for that because I didn't see anything that said that they were for the template, so I use those. And then again, we're just gonna drill holes and then connect the dots with the saw. So let me go ahead and drill those holes, and I'll show you what a bunch of holes look like in case you want to see it. There it is. One more side done. Just gotta take off the tape, put this on, screw it in from the other side, and we now have 6x9 lids. Very simple. Take your time. Don't rush it. Get everything lined up, double check, triple check. It's not that difficult, it really isn't. All right, so I got the speaker lids done, and I had to get the wires inside the bag somehow. I don't have the exact template yet for the 10-inch woofer, but I looked online, and it seemed like this was a safe place to put the disconnects. Since it's right in that corner anyway, the 10 inch is going to go here. This should not interfere with it. So basically what I used is I bought a kit with these little grommets here. I just drilled the appropriate size hole. It's kind of tight. I probably could have went one size bigger, but it ended up working out fine. So when you line it up, put the bag on, plugs right in, put the side cover on, nothing's going close to the wheel. Everything's nice and safe, taped up, water resistant. Should work out pretty good. Then I'll have to, clean up the wires in the bag. This is the wire for the 10-inch woofer, and then the 6x9. But I'll get that straightened out. I just want to show you guys how I came into the bag with the rubber grommet. All right, these are all ready to go. I'm gonna get ready to wire these up, but I just want to show you the 6x9s before I put them in. And these are the revised CM69.2. These are the 2 ohm carbon cones. Beautiful. That goes along with the tweeter bridge right there that sits on top of the 6x9 and makes it like a component set. So they're going in there, so get ready to wire it all up. Even put the black cover on. Getting there. All right, so that's a wrap on this video. I hope you liked it. I plan on making, a lot more videos, not just on the stereo stuff, but on, accessories and other things I've done to the bike. But, so far I'm happy with everything. I've had the bike done for a while. I've ridden it. With the 10s I've had for I think a week or two now or so, but everything I'm happy with the sound, the reliability of it so far. Everything's been good. So since that video I just made today, or edited today, I've got the baffles and I've got the 10-inch Cicada kit in there, and everything's good. Got it all bolted in real nice and snug. I mean, the bags still vibrate a lot, versus if you were to get a true fiberglass bag or have your bags reinforced. But I got, like I said, I got 1600 watts to these 10s, and if I think if I go bigger with like a 2400 or something, I'm gonna have to maybe put another brace in the bag, or maybe have them reinforced. But if you're going with that 1600 with these 10s and this setup, I mean, it sounds amazing. I'm really happy with it. So that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one, and I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe. Trying to grow the channel and the more subscribers I get, the better it is for me, and the more videos I'll be encouraged to make. So I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.